Good day, lords and ladies of the internet. I am your host today, the Parafox Archangel, the English gentleman of the internet, and I welcome you all back to the library of Ruina, where today we are going to take back on the reverse library. And I had a few comments about it, like how it apparently doesn't work with the base mod, which I can't find to be false because I've got the base mod turned on and it works fine for me. But mostly the fact about how we should go about it. As a challenge run, as just a thing we need to do, or what? And whether I should use modded pages because of the fact that they don't, if I want to challenge myself with modded pages because of the fact, or because of the fact that they duplicate pages they shouldn't be able to duplicate. So I figured to myself, I'm allowed to use mod pages. However, I am not allowed to use a page I have used before. Kind of like how the ensemble was originally meant to be. So, all these Malkuth pages, apart from that page right there, because I should probably equip you with Zal's page, just to make sure you have Zal's page equipped so we don't equip again. All those pages, I'm not allowed to use again. Meaning that all these ones I've equipped with Yesod, I'm not allowed to use on the other floors. And I think this is fine because, because unlike the original ensemble, we didn't really have enough powerful pages to do it properly. But with mods, we most certainly do. And if I run out of pages, I can just go get more. Because the workshop is ever expanding. So it's not like I can run out. So yes! This time I have prepared quite the floor. I remembered a particular type of people that I beat up and murdered last time, which were the workshop of little girls. And so Yesod is going to put the use of the little girls all to work now. And we are apparently going to abuse it quite heavily. Because we've got a few other things, which are this man's mods. Alex's mods with all of his, you know, bonus attacks based on only having a single dice kind of thing. Which I've put into my Yumi's page. To work with the veiling after images and shatter the precipice and probing attacks and whatnot. I don't know what's going to happen because the reverse Yesod is extreme defense. Like the pinky Chi said doesn't compare to Yesod it's comparable to Yesod pinky floor. Chi said pinky floor is reverse Yesod. So I'm interested to see how this is gonna go. Because I've got no bleeding clue. I just kind of went with a gimmick and tried to see it. Mostly like this pincer movement right here. If another ally's deck contains this page, copy dice effects from the ally's deck and add them to dice on this whose page this is. So we got like bludgeoning. We got a piercing dice, a bludgeoning dice, and a defense dice. So we got like bonus power, gain resilience. Draw a page. Roll this dice 3 times. No, wait, that's not piercing. Draw a page if you win. Draw a page if you win. Gain strength. Deal freeze damage. You kind of get the gimmick. And I kind of want to test out how this pincer maneuver works at the same time. So we're going to do that. Let's take on the floor of technical sciences. Hurrah! So who was the threat here? Oh yes, it was you. Because the Frigiches. Right. And I was allowed to ignore you. Right. So. Let's see how this absolute supreme madness is going to go. Mostly because I've got this man who can turn a 3-cost card into a 0-cost on his very first turn. I went with gimmicks, and I'm kind of wondering if those gimmicks are a little overpowered. Alright, guys! Let's see what the hell happens to this person, then. And how many dice I actually get. Which I'm interested in. So, you did a singular dice attack. Which, by the way, should be benefiting from things like... I can't remember. You had to roll the absolute extreme maximums with that, didn't you? I must have missed that one. Well, either way, I have metallic ringing now, which I can give to Little Miss. I have tons of bludgeoning. Did it say it doesn't apply to mass attacks? It doesn't apply to mass attack. Makes sense. Annoying, but makes sense. Oh, it actually physically tells me the effects it's going to have if I use it. So if I do like that, it... I think it just chooses the random pages of that dice. So if you want to make sure it guarantees having an effect, you kind of need to do it on every single one of them. Alright guys, let's go. We do... When Clash win using a defense die, inflict one bind and paralysis and exceed. Well, at least R1 doesn't need us to clash. First one you hit is going to be marked. That might be Yesod. I highly doubt it's you with a 15 to 26 damage strike. Not excluding the +2 power, because single strike, +2 power for slashing, +1 power for offensive dice. Your minimum is her maximum. Not including their power bonuses. Just fucking get on with it. Damn. Nice strike. Nice strike. Nice strike. Dude, how do you have so many strikes? Dodge. Dodge. Slice. I love how you're rolling a 10 on a 1 to 3, on a 1 to 5. Ooh, barely. That person needs to die because they're threatening us with a minus whatchamacallit power. With a negative, what is it, 3 to 4, 1 to 4 damage. Yeah. What do you get now? Lower the maximum value of all dice by 1. Increase the minimum by 2. So that becomes 4 to 8, 5 to 6, 5 to 6. I actually quite like that. What do you have? If the character has a status ailment, deal 3 to 4 less damage. If the librarian has a status ailment at the start of the scene, gain bonus protection. So you deal less damage to people with status ailments, are you telling me? Interesting. After 3 clash wins, restore 1 light and gain protection, 1 to 2 protections. You know, it has just occurred to me. You are this guy, right? Our version of it reduces our speed to 1. Does that not mean if it's the reverse? I not willing to find out. Right, once again, I've got no bloody clue what's about to happen, so... Apart from someone rolling apparently a 15 with ridiculous numbers. And also having about 15 attacks. Well, that's unfortunate. I was hoping for better than that. Marvelous. Although Yesod has now ranked up, which is a tad concerning. You die. Marvelous. Okay, what do we have? Deal plus 2 to 4 damage against enemy with status ailment. If the librarian has a status ailment, gain strength. Mark the librarian every 3 clash wins. You're doing insane amounts of damage, Little Miss Vixen. And they have all sorts of status ailments. I swear I heard things then. What have you got? Offensive die, lose 2 to 5 power. Speed is max. Oh, I was correct. Conversion, rhythm. Gain 1 rhythm at the start of each scene. Whenever a character without that word wins a clash with using defensive die, a random character gains that word at 20% chance. That word, gain 1 endurance. When hits, recover 1 stagger resist. Lasts 1 scene. Right. Okay. Oh wow, you got a lot. What did you get? All dice gain power against enemies with faster speed, +1 per point of difference. Interesting. If the librarian has maximum life at the start of the scene, gain haste and take less damage. Okay. You're doing vibration again. Go to hell. So if nothing else, I've just kind of had the idea on how to do this pincer movement. All we need to do is get a deck, which has got like 3 of them, and then just apply effects to have every other card be some form of special effect. Right. You need to die this scene, just so we don't see you at max speed. Let's go. You hit 2. So be it. He still has ridiculous amounts of attacks. Ow. 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 I may have underestimated the purple tier. Giving you poke was definitely a funny, but somehow effective move. Right. Now we get speed. And the person who wants speed is you. And now I get Solemn Lament. Excellent. Oh god, you just unlocked a mass attack, didn't you? Yes. What is that? 3 to 5, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7. That is surprisingly nothing. Crescendo. Oh, you have your crescendo doing. Sever the night sky, rapid melee. This page is unaffected by power nullification effects. On hit, inflict 10 bleed. power affects this die times 4 damage, times 4. Swift evasion, take minus 10 damage from mass attacks this scene. I'm sorry, is that not just the perfect situation right now? Oh, you've got another one now. What is it? At the start of each battle, select an ally with the lowest current HP. That selected ally takes 2 to 4 less damage and stagger damage from attacks this scene. Wait, and you've already got 3 protection. Which means that this mass attack needs to roll at least a 7. God, I hope you can do it, because I do not want to handle this crescendo. I mean, he's not going to get the grand finale either way, because he's going to burn, but I'm hoping he dies first. You're going to be a pain, because you start with less, because you're taking less damage, because you started with, because you had maximum light. These bloody pages are so bloody tanky. Alright, go. Stop gate 16. Perfect. Miss and fail most of your attacks. Alex, how many attacks do you need to do? Come on, she is almost staggered. Yes! And that is just definitely a super strike that we needed. You probably won't count as having started on I love how you roll a 12 and it does 0 damage. Sure. And then I'll take the big bludgeoning attack, please. I am fine with this. You have 1 attack and it's nothing. We can start nuking down this man. Alright guys, we ready? We ready? We good? We gonna kill this little girl and we're gonna then murder this thing to hell? Yes! Yes we are! Mostly because this man doesn't have a billion defenses. Which is ironic. Because he's the only one with defenses. Marvelous, glorious, simple, to the point. Well, that was good. I liked those. We got 2 of his books. Why do we need 2 of his books? So, what do we get with you? Conversion Floor of Technical Sciences. Recover 2 HP and stagger resist on a successful attack. And then this just gets all the bonus stuff. And we can't get anything else from there. So the second book is just a book of pride, then. And you have all your ego pages. Cool. Okay. The fact that Yesod is smiling is still the most disturbing thing about this entire thing, I believe. Well, we now know how pincer movement works, and the fact it selects any random page. So it might be a bit harder to work it when everyone has it. Maybe it's one of those things you want to have 2 people exclusively doing it. Alex's bonus... bonus strikes when you only use a singular dice is still massively powerful. You just being able to make your entire deck free is massively powerful. Well, we unlocked both literature and the other one. Okay. Well, we can at least take a look at them so I can, you know what I can get, what I'm getting myself into. So what have you got? Linger Sins. All allies boost the minimum and maximum roll of all dice by +1. Deal 1 to 3 less damage and stagger damage. By that, do you mean you do less damage or they do less damage? And why does it even matter when you're doing burn? In fact, your attacks aren't even that special. What have you got? Oh, you've got the buff attack of Yan's page. Okay. Electric shock, breaking pressure in a clash. Opponent's defensive dice lose power. Conversion, Floor of Literature. Winning a clash 4 times or more in one scene. Gain 1 strength and endurance next scene. Okay, so you're extremely offensive. Interesting. You're using Bamboo-Hatted Kim, who isn't using his big special attack. Somehow feels like a waste. You've got Toughness on him. Innovation? Red Shoe? Okay. Olivia's page. Oh, goody. What kind of special stuff do you have? Fervor, Electric Shock, Reindeer Treatment, Manipulator of Odds. Now I understand why people told me that they're using a bunch of stuff that they shouldn't have access to, if they've got 2 Manipulator of Odds already. You're just a Hannah fixer. Hannah for all. Then why don't you just make her the damn normal thing? If you're just gonna give her that passive. Dream of a Black Swan. Do ego pages count as pages? I wonder. Kalo's page. Give everyone protection. Okay. Best choice. Discard a page. Further. Additional supplies. A fighter that never retreats. Latina. Interesting. Well, I suppose in the end, the thing that makes it special is what the abnormality pages actually do, isn't it? What about Yesod? Netzak. Netzak looks high, but I'd expect no less. Useful Pipe. All allies gain 10 smoke at the start of act. While alive, all allies gain effect of Puffy Broom. Huh, okay. So that means murder you and we get to kill everyone else quicker. Smoke Overflow it. At the end of the scene, if the character has 8 or more smoke, gain 1 strength. Excess Smoke. At 10 smoke, deal +3 damage. Gain power on high costing, easygoing breather. Conversion, Floor of Art, offensive die, +1 power, defensive die, -1 power. Yeah, that seems anti-Netzak, considering and Netzak's all about tenacity. Normally. Masterful Smoker, Puffy Broom, Meat Gear, Thought Gear, all for the Hannah again. Yeah, you definitely cheat, game, with these. Then again, I suppose it's a case of you get to prepare your best floor using what you have available, so we should do the same, but I'm still doing my challenge against you. You also get Puffy Broom because you're a leaflet. K. Night Owl. Fragment of the Universe, of course. Aren't you literally just this one we just fought? Minus the fact it's Floor of Conversion and a different abnormality. Rudolph with Maximum Crash. Huh. Alright. They're gonna do a fuck ton of... I think because Netzak is normally just tenacity, they decided for the reverse library of Netzak that it's just sheer overwhelm your tenacity. Which just means I need even more tenacity. But I don't have the ability to get that today. So let's figure out what else we can do. And I believe what we can do is... Well, we fought some of Alex's mods. We used some of Alex's mods to win today. So why don't we just say, screw it, let's fight Alex's mods. What have we got here? Vanguard Avenger. Speed 3, all of them. Okay, sure. Subtle. Radiant Fighter. Increases the minimum roll value of offensive die by +2. At emotion level 3 or above, increase the maximum roll by +1. Vengeance. At the start of the scene, gain 1 assault for every 7 damage taken in the previous scene. Max 3. If this... I should set you to Yesod as well, because I want to continue with this. The Yesod today. If this character took 7 or more damage in the previous scene, draw 1 page and restore 1 light at the start of the scene. So he told me that this particular one was about my favorite build in this game that I always try to make for some pecking reason. Okay, this is one thing I will always give Alex's mods. The dice look beautiful. They look bloody amazing. I mean, sure, I see 6 7s immediately, but still. Oh, I just realized they're using whatchamacallit tactics. Horde mode tactics. No wonder I'm thinking that this is looking a little iffy. Well, I mean, if they want to use Horde mode tactics, I guess we should as well. At least they're doing, like, self-damage as well. But whether that's a good thing or not for us, I don't know yet. Alright. Let's just give this a go, shall we? Alex? I hope you're durable! This is definitely the fight I would want to use the pinky against. Unfortunately, I don't have the pinky because they reset the mod, and I still need to fight them since they last reset it. Which was honestly ages ago at this point. And I have no excuse. Okay, what does Assault do? Offensive die gain +2 roll value for the scene. The hell with this music? Right, we got better on our dice rolls this time, just as they got worse, meaning we can take some of the pressure off of Alex this time. Alright, let's go. At least we do actually have 2 floors available for this particular thing, which is going to be needed from the looks of it. Alright, they're rank 2, we are not. Let's give you your bonus damage. Okay, music, chill. I mean, I know you're allowed to sound awesome, but come on. Oh, I never noticed this before. If I'm about to shatter the precipice with you, your actual animation changes. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. Die. Die. Oh yeah, I gotta remember rapid melee is basically melee gun. Staggered. Goodbye. I don't care if you have logical tactics in fighting people one by one. We have sheer power and overwhelming numbers! And that girl! Right. Now I can get the metallic ringing. One person is staggered. These guys all now have big dice. Alright, guys. Let's go. They may choose a target, but they can't handle the Black Samurai. Well, what? You just got staggered. That's unfortunate. They can handle the Herald. They can't handle the Black Samurai. Can you stop? Okay. You. Bonus HP to the person with the lowest health. Oh! And then we get the razor blades. Wait, you guys only attack people when they're not staggered? Seriously? Oh, that's where you got your counter dice last time. Alright, guys, let's go and see if we can do this without any casualties. Maybe. It's possible. Especially when you just one-shot one of them. And then you kill the other one. Sweet. No casualties. What was I afraid of? Seriously, this Oh, it told me there were 2 acts and not 2 floors. Oh, that's completely different. Who are they all attacking? Ah, they're attacking the weakest one. You know what? Fine. So that's their logic. They just go full ham on the person they believe to be the weakest. Let's just see how this ends up going then. Considering I'm foolish enough to have gotten the way that we're doing the fight wrong. Or rather, how many targets there are. How many fights there are, I should say. Jesus Christ, this triple attack lady. Down to 1v1, she's probably going to obliterate everyone. Perfect deflection. Chained Wrath could be helpful. I'd prefer clean. And then a Solemn Lament. Who's got the most health? You got the most health. Or rather, I shouldn't say who's got the most health. Who's the most likely to get staggered? Let's see. 3 stagger damage, potentially. You've got, fragile on you. Okay, let's see how this first round goes, shall we? I would love to use the mass attack, but... Oh, wait, I can use the mass attack. You can use the mass attack instead. You know what? Fuck it, good enough. Just go zap, zap, chop, chop, please. Did you really just roll a 2? Yeah. I like these numbers. Oh, you lost one, did you, little vixen? We can't be having that now. You're hurting your reputation by losing clashes with your ridiculous numbers. One gone. Or one more gone, I should say. Right. Vixen. Oh, you can do that ability again. Well, you can also shatter the precipice, so you should probably do that. Eventually you get to the point where you can just mass attack all your enemies down. Cooperative strike and cooperative annihilation! Boom. Glorious and dead. The Radiant Skies Night Division, you have fallen to me. Well played. Well played, especially with how much I, you know, kinda... You deserve hot-blooded brawler. Well then, we've beaten them, got their books, and we are ready to see what it is that their books are like. So let's have a quick look. What is this? Are they the exact same? It's a blue page which has speed 3. That kind of puts perspective onto the power scaling that this mod is going to be. And it is the exact same as you were before. Okay, then. So definitely work the suicide build into it. Apparently. Interesting. Which floor would that work on? Logically, flower petals would work with it. It could work amazing with Weight of Sin. Then again, I suppose there is a limit on how much it can work, so it's a bit less as good. But either way, well, everyone, I'm all out of time for today's episode, so be prepared for next week, where we are going to be fighting on the reverse library of Horde and Netzach. Ooh. But everyone, I'm afraid that until then, it's time for me to bid thee all farewell, good day, and finally, good night.